the fastest way to build a 100K online business. We're going to be taking a look at 4 different business models, and I'm going to be showing you which one comes out on top, looking at barrier to entry, cost of entry, expertise required, profitability, and longevity. So really just a full 360 analysis so that by the end of it, it's very clear which one comes out on top and which one you can dedicate your focus, energy, and attention to. And the reason why I say that is because I'm sure you're watching a ton of different videos on Amazon FBA, on trading, on social media marketing agency, on dropshipping, and you know you want to start an online business, you see the massive opportunity, but the main thing you're struggling with is that you can't quite pick the right one. And so that's what I want to do with this video, give you a ton of clarity so that you have a roadmap that you can follow and you know why you're following that. And honestly, I wish I'd watched a video just like this when I first got my start in the online space. And I wish I just knew what business model was the perfect for me instead of investing a bunch of time and energy into business models, getting a bit of a shiny object syndrome, and really just not making much progress at the start of my career. So really excited for this. If you guys have subscribed to the channel, obviously you know that I talk a lot about social media marketing agency, but this is going to be a purely unbiased video. I'm not simply going to be vouching for SMMA and this regarding all business models out there. So really excited for this, as I said. And without further ado, let's get right into it. I'm a very pragmatic person, and the first thing that I want to do before I even start looking at the business models is diagnose where you're probably at if you're watching this video. And I'm guessing you're probably not really old, you're probably between 18, maybe at 25, maybe potentially 30, and maybe even 35, right? But the matter of the fact is you are probably young. You are probably at the start of your entrepreneurship journey. If you're a matured entrepreneur, this still applies for you, especially if you're young, right? But you're probably young and you're probably at the start of your entrepreneurship journey. You haven't built a massive company yet, and you just want to get your foot through the door. So there's a few things that you have right now, right? And there's a few things that you do not have. And we really want to dissect those and diagnose where you're currently at to really match the business model that we want to pick based on where we currently stand right now, right? And so as a young entrepreneur, you have energy and you have time, right? Those are really the 2 main things that you currently have. And trust me, that might not seem like a lot, but it's actually huge, especially compared to an old seasoned entrepreneur who doesn't really have much energy, right? Because they're old, and who doesn't really have much time because that's been taken up by a lot of different tasks, right? That they have on their plate. So that is what you do have. What you do not have is tons of money, right? You could have decent cash reserves. Maybe you build that up working a few part-time jobs or full-time jobs, whatever it is, right? But you do not have tons of money. The second thing is expertise. Since you're pretty new to the space, you don't really know core skill sets, right? And you also don't have much experience as an entrepreneur. You don't really know the ropes when it comes to entrepreneurship. You haven't had to deal with a lot of rejection. You haven't had to deal with a lot of failure. Maybe you haven't been burnt in the past. Or quite simply, you haven't really experienced many successes, right? So that is what you do not have, and that is what you do have. And so knowing this, what I want to do now, as I told you guys, is I want to take a look at the barrier to entry, cost of entry for that business model, expertise required, profitability, longevity, okay? And I want to take a look at these areas for 4 business models. And these are the 4 business models that I would say are the most popular in the online space, okay? So first, we've got e-com dropshipping. I would include Amazon FBA here, okay? The second one, we've got trading, right? So Forex, stocks, whatever, day trading, whatever it is, right? The third one is SaaS. So this is probably the less popular one, simply because as you'll see in just a bit, it does require quite a bit of expertise and capital to start, but it's hugely profitable. And what this stands for is service as a software. So any software that you use for your business, which are very, very popular. For example, from my agency, I use a ton of different softwares. And they're great. They make my life easier. They make me make more money, right? So they are great. They can certainly be a very profitable business model. And the final one is an agency, right? So this is the service-based business model where you offer a service, your expertise, in return for a fee, okay? So those are the 4 business models that we're going to be taking a look at. Now, I'm going to be rating them in regards to these 5 criteria, okay? So let's start with e-com and dropshipping and Amazon FBA, basically selling a product online, okay? So the barrier to entry, I would say, is pretty low, right? And that's the case with most business models that we're gonna speak about. So the barrier to entry is pretty low. Pretty much all you need is a Shopify store, right? If you're doing dropshipping, then find a supplier for your product and find ways to sell that product. And that could be through influencer marketing or through Facebook ads, okay? So the barrier to entry is not super low, I would say, because you do have to master quite a few areas, right? And I'll talk about that in just a second, but it's not huge, right? Now, the cost of entry, here's where I would say dropshipping and Shopify kind of go wrong, simply because yes, especially with dropshipping, you're not paying for actual products, right? Because you only pay for the product once a customer buys from you, right? But you have to pay for advertising. You have to pay for the website, for example, right? You have to pay for the actual branding side of things if you want to build an actual brand. And those are the brands that are having success nowadays, right? It's not so much the brands that just find a product and just put together a really bad looking website. That could have worked in 2016 or 2017, right? But that doesn't really fly in 2020. Okay, so the cost of entry is not huge, right? But you're gonna have to spend 1, 2, maybe potentially even 3K, right, to start this business model. So that is the cost of entry. The expertise required, I would say, is around. It's not huge, right? But you do have to master a bunch of different areas. I'm talking marketing, I'm talking branding, I'm talking product fulfillment, right? Logistics, I'm talking copywriting for your website. I'm talking sales. You need to master sales psychology and what gets people to buy. You need to master design as well. So there's a few areas that you need to master: customer service and customer experience. So if you really want to have success, there's a lot of areas that you need to master simply because you're building a brand, right? And to build a brand, there's certain aspects, like there's marketing, there's sales, there's customer service, etc., etc. Okay, so that's really the expertise required. Now, when it comes to profitability, the thing about dropshipping is not, the profitability is pretty slim, okay? A really good profit margin for a lot of dropshipping stores is around a 30% profit margin. For e-commerce, I would say is much lower, simply because with e-commerce, you have to have inventory, you have to have your own fulfillment center. So usually the profit margins are much more slim, but you could be looking at 30, 25%, right? And so the profit margins are not huge. And then when it comes to longevity, e-commerce is definitely, it's only just getting started, right? And here's where I really want to draw a distinction. E-commerce is huge, right? And it's only going to get bigger. Dropshipping on the flip side, right, is a dying business model. And the reason why that is because the customer experience is not great. It's also becoming increasingly hard to be profitable with Facebook ads simply because the supply is up, right? So it's just a simple case of supply versus demand. And so it's not as easy to get incredibly profitable, especially in the front end with Facebook ads, right? And so most e-com brands have to rely on the lifetime value, which most dropshipping brands don't even care about, right? And so the longevity, I would say, for dropshipping, for e-commerce is massive, right? For dropshipping, I would say is very, very slim, okay? So that is the e-commerce dropshipping model. Now, when it comes to trading, okay? When it comes to trading, the barrier to entry, I would say, is pretty much the same as dropshipping, right? The cost of entry is much lower, right? So you don't really need much to start with, apart from your brains and your skills. The expertise required, I would say that you actually really need to know what you are doing, simply because you're playing with your own money as well, right? And so there's quite a big risk factor involved. The profitability, I would say that is pretty high, obviously. Now, when it comes to profitability, I want to talk about this in regards to longevity as well. The thing about trading is that it's not a sustainable business model. I would probably not even include it in this category. And the reason why that is because you can't really build a business out of it that can churn out cash pretty much predictably, right? There's so much uncertainty when it comes to trading, and it's very hard to make a business out of that. Now, if you love trading, more power to you, right? And definitely do it. I'm just saying, for me, I like building a business that has longevity, right? That has foundation, that actually adds value to people. And so trading for me is not the ideal business model. The other reason why I like building a business instead of trading is because I love communicating with my team. I love building a team, right, that is shooting for a mission, a common mission. I love talking to my clients, etc., etc. So personally, trading for me is not really a business. But when it comes to longevity, I would say that since it's not predictable, right, it's pretty much very, very slim, right? There's really no longevity. You could be trading for the rest of your life, right? But if we take a look at it purely from a predictability side of things, it doesn't really have much longevity. And then in profitability, it really depends, right? And so for this, I'm just gonna leave it as that. Now, for SaaS, service as a software, I would say that the barrier to entry is by far the highest. And the reason why that is because you need a team of probably even more, right? Compared to that, you would need a team of engineers, right? That can actually code. You will need a team of programmers, coders, and stuff like that. So you really need high-skilled people. Certain softwares are much easier to build, but you can't just build the software out of nowhere, right? When it comes to the cost of entry, it's also the highest, right? Simply because to get this high-skilled people in your team costs quite a bunch of money, right? As well as the actual infrastructure costs quite a bit of money, right? So the cost of entry, definitely the highest. The expertise required, definitely the highest as well, okay? The profitability, this is where is also the highest, right? Services and software tend to have very, very high profit margins. It does tend to cost a lot to get a customer through the door on the front end side of things, right? But the profitability of that customer, especially if it's a month-to-month subscription, is very, very high, okay? So that would be for the profitability, and the longevity, it can be very, very high as well, right? Also on the profitability side of things, when you build a software, you can sell it for a lot of money, right? Especially if it's a successful software. You could certainly sell it for hundreds of millions of dollars, right? So that's what I would say for SaaS companies. Now, it's very apparent that software is not the type of business model that you would probably start straight out the bat, especially if you're just getting started in the entrepreneurship space. And I'll talk about that in a few minutes, okay? And the final thing is the agency business model, okay? And the agency business model, if I'm able to get the pen, is, it has a very, very low barrier to entry, okay? And the reason why that could be a good or bad is simply because if you're really, really good, then you're gonna have no problem, but you're gonna have to stand out, right? You're gonna have to have a unique value offering. You're gonna have to do things a bit differently to what most agency owners are doing, okay? But the good news for you is that most agency owners don't have a clue as to what they're doing. So in my opinion, a low barrier to entry is actually really good, because there's a lot of people that get into the space and they don't know what they're doing. And if you're just much better than them, then it's pretty easy for you, okay? So the cost of entry is also very, very low, okay? Why? Because you don't need much to start. You just have expertise in your head, right? You have a contractor or a team member who delivers a service, and that is that, okay? And then maybe a few softwares here and there. But I literally have videos on this channel, like this one, for example, where I show you how you can start with just literally 15 point something dollars, right? So the expertise required is probably the main thing, right? Because you do need expertise to get them results. I would just put it out here. But the thing is, you have a team member who does the actual service delivery, right? So you can put the team together who has the right expertise to actually deliver the service that you are offering as an agency, okay? Yes, technically you could deliver the service yourself if you are a Facebook ads expert, for example, and you're doing Facebook ads for businesses, but that would certainly cap your growth because you're not able to duplicate yourself, right? It's not very scalable. And that's more of the freelancer model, which I haven't spoken about and I will not speak about in this video, okay? So that is the third thing. The fourth thing is profitability. And here is where it gets really, really fun for agency, the agency model, right? The profitability is very high. You could be looking at 80-85% profit margins. And the reason why that is because you are selling a service. There's no cost of goods sold attached to it, right? What we're selling is just a non-tangible piece of intellectual property, right? And so that is why the profit margins are very, very nice. And the final thing is longevity. And longevity is very, very high. And I would just put it as the same as a SaaS, simply because, especially if you're a marketing agency, right? Businesses are always going to be needing marketing agencies. Why? Because marketing is one of those skills that is always just in demand, right? And in need. Yes, the platforms might change. It might not be Facebook ads in 10 years, right? But it will just simply be a different platform. What doesn't change is the service and the fact that businesses are always going to need marketing agencies to help them grow and to help them get their product in the hands of a lot more people. So that never changes, okay? And that is that for the actual breakdown. Now, just to wrap things up, the question that we have to ask ourselves, taking a look at the data, is what would be the best business model to start if you're young and you're just getting started as an entrepreneur? And in my personal opinion, is the agency business model. And the reason why that is because anyone can get started, right? There's really no excuses. And if you're just a slight edge, if you're just slightly better, and if you're watching this channel, I'm sure you're dedicated to your craft, and I'm sure you're one of those people that really want to stand out from the noise. So I don't think you'll have any problem with that, right? The cost of entry is pretty low, right? And so if you don't have much money, it's incredibly blissful because there's only upside, right? If you don't sign any clients for your agency, right, there's really no cost attached to that. You're not burning through cash, right? Because you only get paid when you sign a client. There's not a huge cost of running the business. In fact, you can get it to a point where you're literally spending $10 a month, right? Just running the business if you don't sign any clients. And that's what a monthly subscription of Netflix costs you, okay? So that's the second reason why I think the agency model is far superior to a lot of business models that we spoke about, because for most business models, you have quite a high cost of entry, which means that you're burning through cash right from the start, which is not as beginner friendly. When it comes to the expertise, yes, we want to make sure that we provide an incredible service to our clients, because that is the way you build an agency that has longevity. But the thing is, you hire the right people to come in to your agency and deliver the service. So you'll have no problem with that. When it comes to the profitability, the SaaS companies, as we saw, have huge profit margins, right? But also the agency model has insane profit margins because we're selling a service. We're not selling a product, right? And so to get to 10K, for example, you could literally have 5 clients paying you $2,000 a month, which is not impossible, right? It's pretty doable. And that would be profit. But if you wanted to get to 10K a month profit with dropshipping, you'd have to get to around 30K a month in revenue, okay? And that is selling a lot of products. Obviously, depending on your average order value, you could calculate that, but that is selling a lot more products, okay? And when it comes to longevity, this is massive for me. Simply because when I started my social media marketing agency, I wanted to get into a business model that was not only going to be here today and potentially gone the next year, right? Which is kind of what's happening with dropshipping. It's a bit of a dying business model. And if you're doing dropshipping, power to you as well. Honestly, this video is a very unbiased diagnosis of the whole situation from my experience of diving into these business models myself, okay? But when it comes to longevity, dropshipping definitely does not come out on top. And when it comes to predictability and building an actual rock solid business, trading definitely does not come out on top either. And so in a nutshell, that is why I love the agency business model. And the final thing that I will say on the longevity side of things is that with the agency business model, and this is the main thing actually I would say about the agency business model, and I've left it to the end, but the main thing about the agency business model is that it's not only the agency that has a ton of longevity, but it's also you as a person who has incredible longevity. And the reason why I say that is because with the agency business model, you learn a lot of very valuable skills. For example, you're working with e-commerce brands and you're helping them scale, you get to not only learn about growth hacking strategies, but put them in practice on other businesses, right? And so you really learn what it takes to build a business online. So then later down the line, when you do, for example, e-commerce if you want, or software as a service, a SaaS company, then you can put all the skills that you've learned by doing the service-based business model, right? And you can transfer them into other business models later down the line that may require more money to actually start, right? And you can not only put the money that you generated with the agency business model, but also the skills that you've learned and then transfer them to those businesses. So guys, that is it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and drop a big thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Also leave down below any comments, any questions you may have on this video, and I'll be sure to check those out. And the final thing is, if you haven't joined the free private mentorship community, the Client Closers, it's an incredible community full of like-minded people looking to scale their agency and level up in life. So if you want to check that out, go ahead and check out the link in the description. As always guys, hope everything's going well in your agency journey, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.
Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Kenyon. We just got a package in the mail today. There it is, that's what it looks like. You guys are gonna see what it is in a minute. And I'm excited because this is gonna be my first unboxing video. Okay, so this machine costs $145, and then there's an upgraded version that costs $200 that comes with an extra station. But when you're first getting started, you really don't need that extra station. So I really recommend you guys just get the cheaper one. That's 145 bucks. It's a much better investment than a pair of shoes, I'll tell you straight up. And if you get good at it, you might be able to buy all the shoes you could ever imagine. And in that box is basically a mini version of my printing press. This one costs way less, it can fit on your table, and most importantly, it's a really good way to make an extra buck at home. And just so you guys know, silk screen t-shirts last a lot longer than the ones that were cut out by vinyl cutters. In this industry, it's all about quality, so I really recommend you just go with the silk screening. Everybody's always gonna need shirts. This industry is going nowhere, and that's always a good industry to start in. It's not really hard work, but it is labor intensive because you have to print each shirt. Takes a little bit of time to learn. There's a little bit of a learning curve, but once you know the curve, all it is repetition, and this could be a really good sustainable business. So we are gonna go ahead and get this thing built. I'm gonna show you guys how to build it start to finish, and at the end of this video, we're gonna have some brand new fresh shirts made on this press. Let's go. Alright guys, so hopefully you can hear me. The mic isn't that good on this camera, so I'm gonna go ahead and scream. But here's the box. I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting this open. And this thing shipped in really quickly. I think it only took about 2 days to make it to my house. Alright, so we got one pallet right here. We got the second pallet right here. We got all the nuts and bolts. And we have the main center thing that rotates like this. Alright guys, so here's what the press looks like with everything out of the box. And it doesn't look like it's too hard to set up, so we're gonna go ahead and get straight into this. Hopefully it doesn't take over an hour. I don't think it will though. Oh, and in the bag it comes with some other tools, so I guess we didn't need this tool set over here. Of course the instructions are garbage. First thing we're gonna do is put these metal pieces onto the back of the pallets, and these are the only screws you could possibly do that with, so that's how I know we need to use these. And there should be 12 of them. I'm gonna try not to over-explain each part, but I'm gonna try and explain it enough to the point where whoever's watching this could easily just put one together. All right, so it turns out we're gonna need a Phillips head screwdriver for this part. That didn't come in the kit, so I thought I'd tell you guys that. And all we have to do is flip these things over. There's gonna be 6 holes right here, and you just line this thing up to them and screw them in. And that's it for, ow, I just hit myself in the face. But that's it for the pallet, and we're gonna go ahead and get this out the way. All right, everyone, so there's 2 different bags of screws. I'm guessing it's really important we don't mix these. This one has 3 different sizes in it, and this one has 2 different sizes in it. And then this one's got little loop things in it. So we're gonna start off with the bag that has the little wrench inside of it. What do we do with the 4 nuts? I'm so lost. These instructions are crap. All right, we're good. We figured it out. All right, so next up, we're gonna grab 2 of these small screws and then 2 of these nuts, and we're gonna go ahead and take this arm piece and get this thing attached. And I guess we're gonna go ahead and bust open this tool that they gave us, and we'll use the wrench to hold it on the other side. Oh, no, that's not gonna work. And we're good to go. And since I have the 2-station press, I'm gonna go ahead and screw this other side in really quick. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And it's looking like the last of the shorter screws get screwed into the pallet right here. But when you put these in, you just want to put them in enough so they hold. You don't want to tighten them. And that's what it looks like all finished up. All right, so next up, we're gonna bust open the second bag of screws. We're gonna sort everything out because that seems to be the easiest thing to do. And then we'll go from there. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and get these arms bolted on. We got 4 arms right there. And if you guys can see, there's a little spinny plate right here. We have 4 screws already screwed in from the manufacturer. And for each screw, one of these is gonna go directly in front of it like that. And you really can't mess this part up because it won't fit on any other way. And to screw these in, we're gonna go ahead and use the little black screws with the little washers. Or not washers, the nuts. There's big nuts, there's little nuts. Use the little nuts. So we got these in hand tight, and to tighten them up all the way, we're gonna use the Allen wrench that comes in the kit. And we're gonna go ahead and test this out, make sure it goes up and down like this. And I'm gonna go ahead and get the other 3 on, and I'll catch you guys in a sec. All right, so really quickly, I just ran into a problem. You wanna put all the 4 screws in the holes before you start tightening any of them, because if not, one of the screws won't line up to the hole. All right, that's all. Dang it, I messed up. There's a little metal part that sticks up like this. You want this to stick down, not up. So I gotta unscrew this one and screw it back on, like all the rest of these. All right, so we got that fixed. We're really close to being done. The next step we're gonna go ahead and get done is put these brackets on. And you wanna make sure these bolt holes are at the top. So we're gonna take one of our small nuts right here and screw them through there into there. And the inside of that little thing is a nut. Make sure you use this thing, it'll go by really quick. And we're gonna try and line this thing up in the middle, right about there. All right, we got that done. All right, so the next step is to put these 12 ring bolts on. And these are gonna be for holding the springs in place. Basically, for every arm, we're gonna put 2 in, 1 on each side, one's gonna go right there, and then the other one's gonna go on the other side right there. And then for the 4 remaining holes in the middle, we're gonna put 1 in each hole. And we tighten these on using the rest of the black screws. We're gonna go ahead and knock this out real quick, because I'm getting pretty tired. The screws go on the inner side, like that. And then the rings go on the back, like that. All right, so I recommend you guys get a pair of pliers when you're putting one of these together because there are a few bolts that are like really hard to screw in, and I don't think I could do it without pliers. Damn it, China. All right, so all that's complete, and now we're gonna bust out the bag that looks like this. And we're gonna take these just really quickly. We're just gonna take this piece right here and we're gonna go ahead and put it into these two holes right here. And you wanna make sure that it's facing this way. And then we're gonna screw that in using the 2 remaining long bolts and then the 2 nuts right here. And then we're also gonna tighten up these 2, what are they called? Tighten up the 2 bearings too while we're here. Test it out really quick, make sure it works. And you want that little metal piece under there to fall right in between the bearings. Since I kind of missed, I'm gonna have to unscrew this and then screw it up a little bit. But I'm not gonna bore you guys, I'm gonna get that done. And then I'm also gonna put my other one on for this side and then I'll get back to you guys. Guys, we're so close to being done right now. We're gonna take one of these bolts with the little cushion on top. And there's gonna be a hole right, let me lift this up really quick. Right there, right behind that little piece we just put it. And this is gonna screw straight into there. Whoa, that hurt. Put the other side on. All right, so there's 14 nuts left and then 6 screws. You're gonna take 8 of the screws and then screw them onto the back of these things right here. And then finally, those remaining screws are gonna be to mount your press onto whatever table you're gonna put it on. Or you could just leave it like this. I'm not gonna mount this. Might be a little easier to work with though if it's mounted. The last and final step is to put the springs on. I'll show you guys how. Oh man, I forgot to get the thumbnail. All right, so the easiest way to do this is to make this piece as long as possible. And if you hold both sides and then screw it to the left or right, it just depends on which way you're holding it. It'll get longer and longer. There we go, that's the max length. Then we're gonna take a spring and then loop the closed off end into the spring like that. And then attach the spring to the top right here. And then use your weight to push the spring onto the hook. Just like that. Okay, so if you're having a hard time putting the springs on, if you turn this sideways like this, facing that way, then it'll be much easier to put the springs on. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this. And now that we got those on, we're just gonna tighten each one of these to make sure it holds this piece upright. And last but not least, we just gotta attach the pallet and then screw it in. Alright guys, so we finally did it. This thing's finally done. And now you have your very own screen printing press that can make you thousands of t-shirts, make you thousands of dollars. Oh, I need to switch out my battery. Hold on, it's about to die. So you can make a lot of money off of it, a lot more than the $145 you paid for it. The first goal is to practice printing t-shirts. You have to get really good at this. You have to make your shirts really high quality. I'm gonna do a complete tutorial, like every single step, because of course there's a lot more steps than just building the press. So stay tuned for that video. It's not gonna be my next one, but it'll come out soon. Right now we're gonna go ahead and try and test it out and print a few shirts. We got this box of blank shirts right here. We'll use a red one first, and we'll go ahead and use this screen. We're just gonna attach the screen right here and tighten it up. We're gonna throw some spray adhesive on, and we're gonna go ahead and put the shirt on. Throw some ink on, get the squeegee. And here's what we got. And instead of using the flash dryer to clear the ink, I used to use a heat gun because the flash dryer was a lot more expensive. So we're gonna go ahead and use this to clear this ink. Alright, cool. So this shirt is completely done. I don't know if you guys can tell, but this shirt's actually not centered. It's actually a little bit over this way too much. And that's only because I didn't take the time to line it up properly because I have this press. So I found the 2 best ways to make money with this press is to either start your own clothing brand or make custom t-shirts for people. And I've definitely had the most success in making custom t-shirts for people because every sports team, every school, every college, every church, everybody always needs custom t-shirts made. So I'm gonna do a step-by-step tutorial on screen printing like I said, but that's gonna take me some time. So if you're in a rush, I really recommend you you guys just search on YouTube tutorials on how to do it, because there's a ton of really good people and they're willing to show you how to do it. This is such an easy little home business you could get started for yourself. It just started raining and rain's seeping through my garage, so I'm getting soaked. Alright, so I'm not gonna make this video any longer because I feel like it's long enough, but this is the first video, probably like 2 or 3 on screen printing. I'm gonna post the exact link for this press down in the description, so go check it out. My name's Kenyon. I hope this video helped you guys out, and I will catch you guys on the next video.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you guys 17 online jobs that you can be doing. So these job opportunities can be for teens, for students, for adults, anyone who's just interested, because you're making money, so why not? You guys have to share this video with people you know so they can consider these jobs, okay? Because I have a list here that you guys can look through and things that you can use as a side hustle, okay? So make sure you guys share this to a friend, a family, someone you know who's in Jamaica. Now, if you're in Jamaica, make sure that you have your Wi-Fi ready, your phone's topped up fully. Oh, also, if you guys have any more online based jobs, make sure to comment them down below so you can be helping other people, so I can know a little bit more online jobs I can suggest to other people. Also, I'm thinking of doing like a list of legit jobs that you can get down here. So if you guys want that video, give this video a thumbs up, okay? And I'll definitely bring that video to you as well. And subscribe to my channel. Yeah, let's get into these online jobs that you can be doing here, and you can be making some money here in Jamaica as well. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is set up a PayPal, okay? Make sure you guys set up a PayPal account on www.paypal.com. And what PayPal is, if you don't know, it's like an online money sending, saving, spending account that you can be using. It's basically like an online, I don't even know what it is, but basically I use it for business. So when brands send me money, or if I'm sending someone to do service for me, PayPal is like the most secure way. You can always have your money protected. And it's free too, so make sure you guys sign up. Everyone watching this video, if you're interested in any of these ideas, make sure you sign up for a PayPal. The first way that you can make money online in Jamaica is through a YouTube account. So basically, you can make a YouTube account. Sorry guys, the dogs next door, they always bark. Like, it'll be quiet all day, but as soon as I start filming, they want to be all up in the zoo. I don't know why. Obviously, YouTube is not like the fastest way to get money, but it's another way you can diversify your income portfolio, and you can have it as a side hustle before it turns into a full-time job. You can go in there and literally create content about anything that you want. If you like do agriculture, you can literally make a whole channel about like your day-to-day on how you raise your farm animals, how you grow kalalu, like how you grow like pepper, like anything. The opportunities are endless, and like there's a target market for everything. Yeah, and like the thing is, Jamaica is a big market, so anything like on the internet about Jamaica sells. So think about it. And also, if you have like a business right now, use YouTube to promote your business. Build a fan base on YouTube, and then you can get that into clientele. For YouTube, you don't need a prerequisite. It's free. Sign up for an account. Even if you have a criminal record, you literally can do YouTube because no one cares. Like, we just want good content. Give us that. Okay, so the next thing is if you provide a service. So that can be for photography, that can be for graphic designing. So basically, Fiverr is like an online platform where people would go on it to either sell their services to people, or people like me would go on it to like try and get someone to do something for me. So an example would be like a lot of YouTubers or content creators, they'll go on Fiverr to hire someone to make like a YouTube thumbnail for them, or a YouTube channel banner, like a logo, if you guys are getting what I'm saying. So go on there, okay, sell your services. You guys can go on Instagram as well and promote you making like thumbnails, banners, intros, everything, and sell it to people. People are out there looking for people to hire. Oh my god, I call it Fiverr. I think it's like Fiverr. I'll link everything down below in the description. So the next one is Airbnb. Airbnb, I would consider it an online job because everything you have to do online. The only thing that's not online is basically like the housing. You go on Airbnb.com and then you sign up. So you can literally rent out a property, a room that you want to rent out. It's a good way to make extra money. A lot of people pay off their mortgages doing this. It's another way just to get income. And the thing with Airbnb, when it comes to renting out places, literally you don't even have to like meet the person. All you have to do is provide your services online, and then you can do like self check-in. Do self check-in. I always go for Airbnbs that have self check-in. Think about doing that. It's a great side hustle. Some people are making money, which is a full-time job for them. So the next one is having an Instagram store. You literally do not need an actual store. People like convenience. A lot of people would love to just buy from tip of their fingers, okay, well, aka being on their phone, on their computer, on their iPad. So you can have a store on Instagram and sell whatever you want. Look for the gaps in the market and be like, okay, no one's doing this in Jamaica, let me try and bring this to Jamaica and sell it. You can be selling food, like you can sell like Jamaica things. And you see people selling like pets, like dogs. They're selling like goats to people and they're making money. So think about it. You can do like shipping around the island through like all these shipping couriers. Okay, so another thing that you can think about doing is online classes and webinars. If you have a skill, you can literally teach that skill to other people. If you're a photographer, teach online classes, do webinars, and make money. There's literally websites that you can film videos and you can put the video on the website, and every time someone watches it, you're making money. In the description, look under online website and webinars, and then I'll have like a link for a website that you guys can make money from, and it's not YouTube, and people are making hundreds of thousands of dollars for the year on these websites. Yeah, so teach people something that you're good at. Another thing is you can sell digital products online. You can sell like ebooks of like a skill that you know. And if you're a photographer or like you're someone who uses Instagram a lot and you're really good at editing, you can sell people presets. They want their photos to look like yours, so they'll buy your preset. Okay, so the next thing that you can do or be is a virtual assistant. I've gotten some messages for people offering their services to me. So basically, you're going to help people like content creators or just brands in general on organizational things that they need help with that they really don't want to spend the time on, so they'll hire you to do it. They want you to go through their emails for them, and they'll tell exactly how to respond, what to respond. Like, hey, like I'm really good at organizations. I can make your schedule for the month, and people will pay it. Just make an Instagram account, have some experience with other people, and offer your services, and people will hire you. And to become a virtual assistant, you literally do not have to have a degree. Okay, so the next thing that you guys can make money from is being a social media manager. There's a lot of brands, they need help with the marketing aspect on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, and you literally can offer your services and be like, hey, I can manage your account. So with posting, responding to comments and DMs, posting photos, making sure their brand is on point on whatever social platform that you're on. It's a good job. There's a lot of big brands that I see on Instagram always promoting like, hey, we need to hire a social media manager, so look for them. You can be one. Okay, so another one is basically becoming an influencer, content creator. There's a lot of people who have a high following on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, and they don't monetize it. It blows my mind because I'm just like, you could literally be making so much money, but you're making $0, zero from all that following. Are you mad? This is your time to monetize it. So turn your following into money by working with brands, telling people to send you money through PayPal, and you'll promote them on your social platform. So the next one is being an online and virtual tutor. So basically, if you were smart in a certain subject, or you're just smart overall, offer your teaching skills online by being a virtual tutor. You can teach people science, you can teach people math, you can, if you're in university, you can be teaching people university stuff. That's a huge market, uni students, okay? And if you have a tutor company, literally turn your tutor company online as well and teach people. Money. Okay, so the next one is really big. Sell templates on Etsy. Etsy is a really good website to sell your online templates. For an example, if you're really good at organization, sell your bullet point journals on Etsy and people will buy. I saw people selling like templates on how you can organize your YouTube videos and everything like that on Etsy, and they're making so much money. I was like, what? So think about these things. The next one is basically if you want to be like an entrepreneur or business owner, and you can do drop shipping. So drop shipping basically is like you don't have the product, the warehouse will have the product, and all you have to do is when the customer goes through your website and orders a product, you just contact the warehouse will just ship the product straight to the customer. So basically it's a good way where you don't have to worry about custom fees in Jamaica that are ripping off your neck. These are for business owners who want to attract an international audience. Okay, so this one is a great one for uni and college students. I don't know how this would work as much for high school. In college and university, people will pay people to literally do their work for them, or just pay them for their notes. So literally be a nerd and make money off of it. Sell your notes to people if you're really good at writing notes and it's really organized. Make a little college university tutoring company with yourself. Promote your services to people around the school. People will pay you a lot and make money. Don't do this one if you know you're not reliable and you're not organized yourself. Make sure that you're reliable because people will beat you up. Don't be trying to say that you will do a report for someone or you'll write an essay for someone and you don't do it on time. People literally will go ballistic on you. Okay, so this one may seem obvious and literally everyone does it around the world, but you can teach English to people in different countries that don't know how to speak English. For example, like in China, they're always hiring people to teach people English, but with this one I feel like you need a prerequisite to be able to teach someone English. So definitely look into it if you're interested, but you can make like decent amount of money and you can be in the comfort of your home. You just need a laptop, obviously, I think, or maybe you may be able to do it on your phone, to be honest. And you're just gonna have to be able to show yourself and just talk to people. So this is really good for people who are very friendly and they like talking to people, and obviously they love teaching. So next one is being a video editor. Now this one is really great. Have your target audience to like content creators. Like, hey, like I charge this price and I'll edit your YouTube video for you, and show them examples, and do the same with people on Instagram. Hey, like I can edit your IGTV or your short Instagram post, your video. Guys, it's really good. Okay, so the next one is for you English lovers, for you language art lovers, for people who have the love of writing. This one is for you. So if you already have a blog, because for blogs you have to do bare writing, and I'm not into all that. If you love writing, you can become a writer and people will pay you. So you can go on freelance writing and upwork.com. I'm gonna have the link down below, and basically you can sell your services of writing online. Write blogs for people, write reports, write speech for people, do someone's essay. For every website that I tell you guys, literally all you have to do is just sign up. It's free. I wouldn't be recommending you guys things that you have to be paying just to sign up. Like, I wouldn't do it. Try it out and see if you guys have the time, energy to be making some money. Diversify your guys' income portfolio today. And this one here is basically, I feel like I already said this one, maybe I haven't, but teach a skill. Teach a skill on Udemy. So if you have a skill, so you're a hairstylist, you're a photographer, you're a singer, this website Udemy is really good. So you sign up and basically you create a course and people learn from you and you get paid. Okay, amazing. All you need for this, and make sure you guys have like a phone with good quality, good audio, you're in a quiet place, and sell a course to people and people pay for it. It's a good way to make money, guys. So that's really it for today's video. Again, you guys share this video to people so people have some things to consider, and leave some other online job opportunities that people in Jamaica literally can do in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up if you guys want like the legit jobs that you can have down here video, and I'll get that for you. So subscribe to my channel, guys, so you guys can stay connected with me, and I'll see you in my next one. It's getting so dark on me. Au revoir.
It is very common that people would want to start their own retail business. This is because they like to be in control of their own career. By having their own business, they can achieve many things. While this is a known fact, there is one major problem that's stopping them from obtaining is which retail businesses they can start in this new modern trend. In this video, we are sharing 20 profitable retail business ideas to start your own business. 1. Fertilizer retailing business. Fertilizers used in farming offer many advantages to farmers. With the growing demands of the expanding population of the world, farmers have to ensure that they can produce quality crops to stay competitive in their business. Also, if you are interested in maintaining a colorful and healthy garden in your backyard, fertilizers would be of great help. 2. Leather fashion store. Do you know that leather was used as one of the primary articles of clothing that was used by man? It has been used during the history for several items because of its stability and versatility. Another one of the character that leather products behold is that it is gorgeous, classic, and everlasting. If you are in fashion industry, then opening a leather fashion store will be a highly profitable retail business idea for you. 3. Live bakery. Starting own bakery business is something that any bakers or chef can dream of. People with no experience or skill in making bread or pastry also interested to get involved because of its prospects. Food-related business always gives steady income and good return, not to mention how fast this business can grow. Live bakery business is a great innovative way to serve your customers with your fresh bakery products. 4. Salad store. Eating a salad every day offers numerous health benefits. It is one of the simplest and healthiest food habits that anyone can commit to. Salads are easy to make and they bring us a few steps closer to our recommended daily serving of fruit and vegetables. If you're in Metro City, then you must open a 100 types of salad store or open unlimited salad store on one price. 5. Farm machinery selling. The agricultural industry is very important because it provides large companies with the raw materials for their manufacturing of new products that are of good use to us today. From the food we eat to the clothes we wear, we owe it all to the field of farming. We can eat fresh and raw food with the help of the farmers who have worked their way in their lands. Selling farm machinery will be a great business idea who lives in small town. 6. Car washing zone. All car owners need to clean their cars. Washing car on your own is time consuming, boring, and takes a lot of energy. Car washing zone is becoming more and more popular these days with car owners. If you are looking for low investment business, then car washing will be a great idea for you. 7. Tire store. Have you ever gone to a tire store and wondered which kind wheels you should get? Not everyone knows much about tires and their different purposes. Tire specialists know exactly what you need and what each one is used for. These specialists are trained to know everything about tires, such as the sizes of the different models and the tread that will work well for your car. Opening a tire retailing store will be another great business idea for you. 8. Natural pet products retailing. Natural pet products are essential to maintain the pets properly. There are different kinds of products available for pets, which are used to keep the pets comfortable and healthy. For instance, pet shampoo is essential to keep parasites, mold, and tricks at bay from pets' skin. Different types of allergens can prove to be dangerous for pets and for owner as well. If you are pet lovers and have knowledge about pet products, then you can start selling natural pet products in your hometown. 9. Gardening equipment selling. Quality gardening equipment is exactly what any dedicated gardener could use. However, it is not always possible to rush right out and spend hundreds, sometimes even thousands, of dollars on the latest and greatest gardening equipment. You can sell affordable and durable gardening equipment on your retail store. 10. Apparel boutique. Once you engage in a bright thought as to what clothes to retail in your boutique store, your subsequent step is to determine if there is a marketplace for your merchandise. Crucial to your startup time is the information in this area, would-be customers, and your target marketplace. Nowadays, apparel boutique retailing business is on high trends. You can start your own apparel boutique retail store in your area. 11. Online and local bookstore. Online bookstores take advantage of the convenience that internet offers users. Searching, reading reviews, purchasing and receiving it at your doorstep is what that makes online bookstores so popular. Although it is convenient, it may not be very good to the natural way of doing bookstore business. 12. Plant nursery shop. A retail nursery is where plants' seeds are fully grown and sold out for transplanting, for budding, layering, for restoration, wetland conservation, environmental landscaping, or for the scenic gardens found at innumerable homes, businesses, parks, and a countless of other landscapes. 13. Stationery store. Stationery is very needed by most of the people. Starting a stationery store will be a good business idea for you. Most of them sell decorative pencils and pens. Some other items which are commonly sold in this store are cards, specialty envelopes, invitations, guest books, journals, and some other supplies for business or school. It will be a promising business with good profits. 14. Coaching center. Coaching centers are of various kinds, but majorly it is concerned with the tuition centers. 15. Designer kids clothing store. Designer clothes aren't just for grown-ups anymore. Designer clothing is surely a height of fashion for kids. If you are in a search for an elegant present for your little boy or girl, then the various kids' clothing stores which have come up are undoubtedly an ideal place to be in. 16. Wine store. When you have a great taste for wine and want to enjoy it with your family and friends, you have to go to a wine store to look for the best wine you can have. Finding a nearest wine store where you can get all kinds of brands is something you need to do. There are so many varieties of wine available at wine stores to choose from. You can start your own wine store retail business. 17. Healthy sweets and snack store. The best way I've found to conquer cravings is to have the right healthy snacks available at all times. Willpower won't do. You may successfully fight off your cravings for a while, but food cravings are driven by biological needs. Your body is craving nourishment. This is a force that will totally overcome the strongest willpower. You can start healthy sweets and snack store retail business in your local area. 18. Antique auto parts shop. Antique auto parts are probably among the most in-demand products in the automotive market today. The popularity of vintage vehicle restoration has driven many enthusiasts to look for high-quality antique parts to get the job done. Antique auto parts are those that came from vintage vehicles. Examples of antique auto parts include as brass door handles, wood panels, dash trims, and eagle-eyed front trims and fascias. 19. Cake shop. Are you a good baker and a creative decorator? Perhaps it has always been a hobby of yours to bake and decorate cakes. Maybe you are the one everyone goes to for advice on cakes or to make a cake for them. Perhaps you have already been told that your cakes are the best around and that you should start selling them. So why not start your own cake shop? And 20. Biryani shop. Sometimes it's greasy and sometimes it's dry, but it's always spicy. It's a dish full of long grain rice that will not stick together and holds a succulent piece of meat inside it. It's pleasantly aromatic, but not too sharp. The lovely aroma of spice and the delightful sight of the dish bring water to your mouth. You can start biryani shop in your hometown and become a small business owner in food industry. If you found this video helpful, then like, share, and subscribe our channel to get future videos. Thanks for watching this video.
Welcome to the Appy Travels Residual Compensation Plan. What you're about to see is the most lucrative compensation plan in the industry, bar none. A proven system that is affordable, profitable, and works immediately. Our affiliate network and travel products deliver best-in-class, complete global solution to secure and benefit all of our affiliates. Unlimited income plus 100% matching bonus on all your referrals. Earn commissions today. Get paid the same day. The more you share Appy Travels, the more free travel points. Receive a true residual income that is a recurring income. This phenomenal Appy Travels affiliates portal opportunity has two different entry levels. Explorer is a $50 level plus a $25 administration fee. And Navigator is a $300 level plus a $50 administration fee. 100% residual referral matching bonus. In short, RRMB. For every affiliate that you refer, you will receive a 100% RRMB not only on their revenue, but also on their travel points. For example, if one of your referrals makes $100 a day, you, as a referrer, also get $100 the same day. That is a whopping $100 times 30 days. That equals $3,000 a month. That's just one referral. Imagine if you had 10 referrals, earning $100 each day. That equals $30,000 a month. Your potential earnings are limitless. Free travel points. That's right. You not only receive a phenomenal residual income, travel points accumulate very quickly. You get to travel for free, and this is unlimited. Use your travel points to travel. Trust us, you will be able to travel the world for free. A true residual income. True residual income is a recurring income of your last month's income with the same affiliates. Example, if you earned $9,500 in commissions plus 20,000 travel points last month with your organization, you will start the next month with $9,500 in commissions and 20,000 travel points. Let's show you how this phenomenal compensation plan works. It's all about multiplying to infinity, wide and deep. The potential is huge. The magic begins when you refer your first affiliate. With every referral, you start a new power line for you, creating a very powerful income. You pass up all even referrals. You keep all uneven or odd referrals. This goes on infinity wide and infinity depth. Here's an example of the Navigator $300 level and having referred just one affiliate who referred 4 affiliates, and they referred 4 affiliates each, 3 levels deep. This is you. You referred Jane. You've earned $150 in commissions plus 500 free travel points. Jane referred Paul. Paul is an odd number, so he stays on Jane's pay line. Jane earned $150 in commission plus 500 free travel points. You receive 100% RRMB because you referred Jane. You earn $150 plus another 500 free travel points immediately. Now, Jane refers her second person, Jack. Jack is an even number, so he is passed up to your pay line, and you receive another $150 in commissions plus 500 free travel points. Jane refers her third person, John. John is an odd number, so he stays on Jane's pay line. Jane earns $150 in commissions plus 500 free travel points. You receive a 100% RRMB because you referred Jane. You earn $150 plus another 500 free travel points immediately. Jane refers her fourth person, Joe. Joe is an even number, so he is passed up to your pay line, and you receive another $150 plus 500 free travel points. This is when your business explodes, multiplying to infinity in depth. Every level multiplies by a factor of 2. You end up with 4 pass-ups on your second level. You just earned another $600 in commission, plus 2,000 free travel points. Now, on your third level, you end up with 8 pass-ups. You earn another $1,200 plus 4,000 free travel points immediately. This example shows you referred just one affiliate who referred 4 affiliates each, 3 levels deep. Your total earnings were $2,500 in commissions plus 9,500 free travel points. Now this is what happens when you personally refer 4 affiliates who do the same. You earn a total of $10,200 in commissions plus 38,000 free travel points. That's not even counting your 100% check match bonuses. See, if your 4 affiliates make in total $10,200 in commission and 38,000 in free travel points, you make a 100% RRMB on everything they earn. That would make your total commissions, including RRMB, of $20,400 plus 76,000 free travel points. Ladies and gentlemen, that is only with 3 levels in depth. Affiliates can easily attain this figure their very first month. Remember, it's a residual income. You start your next month with $20,400 plus 76,000 free travel points. This is the power of Appy Travel's phenomenal Even Up formula. You will continue to earn commissions to infinity depth. You will still earn commissions on the 100th and even the 200th level in depth. That's not all. In this example, you referred only 4 affiliates. You may go wide to infinity as well. You may refer 10, 20, 100 affiliates, having unlimited power lines working for you. The potential earnings is way beyond your wildest dreams. This is the most lucrative compensation plan in the industry, bar none. Can't afford the Navigator? Start with the Explorer $50 level. With the same example, 3 levels deep, but now with the Explorer $50 level, your earnings, including your 100% RRMB, is $3,400 in commissions, plus $3,400 in free travel points. This is possible your very first month. We certainly hope you see the power of Appy Travel's formula. Your monthly income potential is huge. What your benefits are when you become an affiliate. Enjoy Appy Travels, a leading provider of the travel industry worldwide, offering a one-stop shopping source for booking hotels, vacations, flights, cars, cruises, and activities. Worldwide and ready to serve you in 35 languages and 24 currencies. Be in business in 5 minutes. Receive your very own website. State-of-the-art done-for-you social media marketing tools with autoresponder. Rotator. Enjoy your very own rotator to ensure the growth of your organization. Done-for-you videos, capture pages, editable to the language of your choice. Done-for-you business cards, flyers, banners, etc. State-of-the-art real-time, sophisticated tracking software. Genealogy tracking. Track earnings, track points, etc. Appy Travel's website ensures easy access with mobile phone, iPad, PC, worldwide. Enjoy free travel with Appy Travel Points. Get paid daily with Appy Travel's Global Daily Pay. Appy Travels is worldwide, where the success of our affiliates is our #1 priority. Okay, it's decision time. When you look back at this very moment in the months and years to come, you're going to look at your decision in one of 2 ways. It could be your so-called Microsoft moment, or your coulda, shoulda, woulda moment. The choice is yours. Click the Join Us button now.
Audio Jungle. 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 Audio Jungle.
welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to talk about how I was able to start a business at the age of 23. Alright, so if you want to know how I was able to do it and to start from scratch, just keep on watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Alright, so if you don't know yet, I actually own a travel agency, a travel and tours business here in the Philippines. So I offer travel packages to Boracay, to Palawan, Ilocos, and many places in the Philippines. Alright, so how did I start? I just want to be quick because I'm just using my break time to film this. So the first one is I traveled a lot. So for me, I think for you to be able to make a business, you have to study it really well. You have to experience it yourself. So I joined a lot of joiners packages, joiners tours with other people, with strangers, because I was single. I am still single. I used to travel with a friend, but later on I joined these tours alone. So joiners tours are like, they're going to rent a van and they're going to gather like at least 10 to 14 people to fill the van, and then they will be paying this amount per person so that it will be affordable, unlike a private tour where you have to rent the whole van and the tour guide and the driver on your own. Those 10 to 14 people will be sharing their expenses. Alright, so that's number one. I traveled a lot. And number two, I found out about the expenses. So since I was kind of friendly and really extrovert that time, that I was able to build a connection or friendship with the tour guide that time, and I was sitting behind his seat, and accidentally I saw his notebook where all the expenses were written, and I was surprised to know that they could get a lot of profit of money from this business. So there came an idea that I can do this too, because I've been to so many tours places, and I'm pretty sure that it will be easy for me because I'm already doing it. I'm technically doing it for myself, not for the business. Alright, and number three, I studied everything. I studied the map, I studied like the accommodation, the roads, how to go there. I studied everything. Number four, I did a lot of research and calculations. And when I say calculation, I had to do like hundreds of them. Like, what if I book this hotel, but how about this cheaper hotel? How about this more expensive hotel? More expensive but quality hotel? And I had to make those quotations over and over again before I could really release the cheapest one on the Facebook account of my business. Alright, and number five, I thought about a name and a slogan. Is it slogan? Yeah, I told my sister, let's go to Starbucks. I'm just going to brainstorm about the name of my business. I sounded crazy because what business are you talking about? But I just sat there like squeezing my brain out of a name that would suit a travel and tourist business that's owned by a 23-year-old girl. Alright, and just to be clear, I'm not 23 years old now. I am 27 years old, but it's 2020 and I started my business in 2016, so it's 4 years now. Alright, and number six, I started with a familiar place. My father's family is from Quezon province, so I thought about the first place that I'll be going to, or the tour that I'll be going to, will be in Quezon. I did the Pahiyas Festival. I invited like 15 friends to come with me, and there it started. Number seven is I found some suppliers. Suppliers are your drivers, your van rentals, accommodation like hotels, pension, like cheap accommodation, expensive accommodation. I found everything. I researched, I called, I emailed, everything. Alright, and number eight, I asked and invited friends over and over again. So my business started on the Facebook page, and I will be showing here the link. All right, so Facebook, and I had to like send them all in the messenger, like please like my page or this and that. Then, oh, would you like to come to this tour? And then I had to send them all the packages that I have, and some of them really did not support me. Someone even commented, is this because you're desperate to travel that you're doing this tour, because you don't have a boyfriend anymore and you just want people to come with you? Like, I know people were doubting me because I was just starting, but I did not care. All right, and number 9, it expanded and I offered more places. So I started with just Lukban, with just land tours, but later on I also offered domestic flights like Boracay, Palawan, and yeah, many other places. And lastly, and surprisingly, I don't know why this is my last step, I registered my business at DTI, or Department of Trade and Industry, and I will be sharing more of that in a bit. Alright, picking up where we left off, I registered my business at DTI, and DTI is where you register the name of the business. So remember, my step number 5 was to think of a name, and I squeezed my brain out to think of Weekend Warrior Travel and Tours. But you guys, when you go to DTI and you have a name on your mind, it's not going to be the name of your business, because I think 99% someone already got that name, and I did not know that. No one told me that, so I had to stay there for about 2 hours thinking of another name. So from Weekend Warrior Travel and Tours, which I've already used for almost a year because my business has been operating for a year, I had to change to another name, which is it became WWTT Working Wanderer Travel and Tour. So that's my registered business name. It sounded ugly. I just wanted to keep the initial WWTT, Weekend Warrior Travel and Tours, and I just want to get out of DTI because I've been there for a long time, like 2 hours. I just want to get out of there. What are the requirements that I brought? I brought my ID. I think that was SSS ID and passport, and I filled out a form, and I had to pay like 1,000 pesos because the money that you'll be paying will depend on the scope of your business. Is it international, just national, like local within the city, things like that. So I paid for 1,000 pesos, and this registered name will be mine for 5 years, and after 5 years it will expire and I have to renew it again. So yeah, remember, just a tip, before you go to DTI, you should prepare at least 10 names or 20 names if you can, so you'll have a backup if someone already got that name. Prepare money and your ID. It's very easy to register your business at DTI, and that's not even the real thing yet. Like, it's not because you registered your business at DTI you're already legit, because you still have to register to barangay, municipal hall, and BIR. The most painful one is paying the taxes, and I guess I'll be talking more about that in another vlog because this is already a lot. Okay, so it took me a while before I could share this because I thought I'm not really in the place to share about how I had a business, and I don't want to look like I'm boasting about a business, because yeah, it's not really something to boast about. I'm proud of it, but yeah, I'm still learning at this time. So if you have any more questions and if you have some suggestions, just don't forget to leave a comment and I'll be answering them. Bye!
So congratulations. If you're watching this video, I'm assuming you finally got the courage to start your own business. So in this video, I'm going to show you step by step exactly how to open up a business bank account. What is up, online retailers? If you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Mike Roscoe. For those of you who do not know, I teach people on how to start, build, and grow their own online retail business, also known as Amazon FBA Wholesale, which is essentially selling big name brand products, popular name brand products like Microsoft, Sony, Disney, Nintendo, Hasbro, Mattel, Procter & Gamble's, all those huge brands that are in demand, customers already want to buy. You're buying them from suppliers at a lower cost and selling them at a higher price. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to open your own business bank account. How to open a business bank account. If for those of you who have not seen my video on how to start your new business, how to register your business with your home state, simply just click on the link above. Don't want to miss that one. Now, how to open a business bank account. Step by step, I'm going to show you. Simply, it's very easy. Now, a lot of you have the fear of, first of all, a lot of you had the fear of starting your own business. As I showed you, it takes 15 minutes. So it's not bad at all. Doesn't take long. Everybody has that perception of fear. Get over the fear and let's move on and let's open a business bank account. Now, on top of that, some of you have the fear of going into a bank and opening up a business bank account. I'm going to show you how to do it online. It doesn't take long at all. It'll take a week for it to open normally once you fill all this information out. So simply just type in open business bank account online, Bank of America. So click on this link and it's going to ask you for a zip code. I'll just put New York in. Click go. Now you can read the perks of both these accounts. I'm just going to do this one because you're just starting off, so you might as well open the lowest one. Now, open now. Obviously, if you don't want to pay the $18 a month, you could read how to avoid the fees. Now, maintain balance of $5,000 or more, minimum daily of $3,000, or an average of $15,000. But keep in mind, this business is focused on turnover rate, flipping, using money to make more money. So you're going to want to just flip the capital as fast as possible and just keep letting the capital grow, reinvesting the profits and just letting it go, right? Letting it grow. So you can read all this if you want. $250 a month, $5. You get a free business investment account. So if you buy stocks or whatever, or anything, any kind of investment, it doesn't really matter. You want that account, just get it for free. So why not, right? Now, let's just get started. So pretty much it's going to tell you which resources. Actually, it doesn't do that anymore. So open now. Maybe it does on the next page. But so we're applying for this business now. So you want a second business checking account? No, you have one business. So you can get a additional, you can get an additional investment account if you want. It's free. So no monthly fee. So what's the harm? I know you have to use it, otherwise you lose it. So if you're not going to use it, then don't even bother. Account management. Now, account management and payroll, you're not going to have employees, most of you, to start off. So don't even worry about that. Account management, it says $15 a month, but you have to buy the QuickBooks software. So it's not only $15 a month, you have to pay for QuickBooks too. So most of you are not going to do that, even though QuickBooks is a good form of tracking your information. But just to start off, I mean, you can always just contact Bank of America and say you want to add that feature. But for now, we're not going to do that. Business credit card. I would get a business credit card just because start establishing credit, and eventually you're going to apply for new credit cards and you will get a higher credit limit. So business investment account, business credit card. Go to the application. Oh, here we go. So after you apply, you must read this. You can either fax the documents. Most of the time you'll scan them and then email them to this exact thing. And of course, you're going to need a fax cover sheet and put your application ID. That's how they recognize it. When they see it, the faster, if you do this the right way, the faster you get approved, okay? So you can either put it on the fax cover sheet or just subject line. They'll know exactly what you're talking about. Now, Again, it'll take 3 days to a week. So we're just going to move on and go to the application. Now, pretty much, it's pretty basic. You'll understand. So legal structure, LLC, and then you're going to click single member sole proprietorship. Most of you are going to be a single member LLC. I'm not a professional. I'm not saying that's the best way to do it. Not the most tax beneficial. I'm not a professional, so I can't give you advice on that. I'm simply just showing you how to open your own business bank account online. Are you the owner? Yes. Business. We'll do retail. We'll do other wholesale trade and import and export. We'll do that because we're not specified for all this. I guess you could do stores, vending machine. Yeah, stores. Or you can do other. I would do just other wholesale import trade. Describe your business. Online, retail, e-commerce. Does this business have any non-US business activity? Most of you are going to be no. A lot of you, let's delete that. A lot of you will be expanding. If you let this grow, you're going to be expanding to Mexico, Canada, UK, Europe, Australia. You can sell in all these platforms. Amazon will set you up for that. So for now, we'll put no, but obviously you're going to be expanding. Click continue. No spaces or numbers. I'm assuming that's why. Business information. Now here you're going to put your business legal name, business tax ID number. Okay, don't forget to do that. If you don't know what this is, make sure to watch my video before. I show you how to register your business. Essentially, I show you everything in that video, so make sure to watch that if you have not seen that video yet. Date established, simply whenever your business was established. Now, obviously the business tax ID number, I'll go over it real quick just because I don't want to miss anything on that. An EIN is essentially just a social security number for a business. Everybody is assigned a social security number. Now an EIN, every business is assigned an EIN. Okay, that's how you identify the business. Now, does your business, so in New Jersey, you actually need a DBA to open a business bank account. Simply, what a DBA is, it's a trade name. So let's just say you were, your business was your name, Mike Roscoe LLC. I didn't want people to see that. So I filed for a DBA, and my DBA was XYZ Retail. So that's what I want to do my business as. I want my business to be referred to as XYZ Retail. Okay? So, country legal, US, state, obviously we did New Jersey, primary operations, US, state, New Jersey, again, physical address, like I said, most of you will be home address, most of you will be single member LLCs, and your business address will be your home address unless you have a warehouse. Eventually, you will be getting a warehouse if you want to expand that far. I don't know what your goals are. If your goals are only to make $500 extra a month, you probably don't need a warehouse. If your goals are to make $1 million a month, you'll probably need multiple warehouses. Really depends on your goals. But for now, most of you are just starting off, just starting to get a business bank account, home address, single member LLC, right? Business phone, business email. What is your purpose of the checking? General business operations. You're going to click no for all of these. No. Gambling. Non-operating. This means like a holding company or whatnot, but parent company, again, no. This is not non-profit. Is this business operating as a charity? No. Click continue. Well, obviously I can't go any further, but essentially all it's going to ask is to fill out all this information. So it's pretty self-explanatory. Just go through step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Obviously, they're going to give you an application ID. Put that in your subject line. Scan all the documents. Send it over to them. Probably take 3 days to a week. Then you're up and running. You'll get your credit card. Activate the credit card. And guess what? You're good to go. Register your business. EIN. Change the tax ID. Social security number. Get your sales and use tax permit. Get a file for a DBA if needed, and open your business bank account and start contacting suppliers. Let's get this moving. His business model is awesome. Amazon has made it so easy. It's been around for hundreds of years. A lot of people, including myself, have done it on eBay, but that's when you have to do all the picking, packing, and shipping, all that stuff. Amazon, you don't have to do any of that. Buy product from a supplier. They'll send it directly to an Amazon FBA warehouse. They'll ship all the products that customers are order to the customer. You don't even have to touch the product. Amazon is a brilliant business model. So anyway, if you want any more information, I have a free course in the description below. Make sure to sign up for that. Join the community. Don't forget to click the subscribe button. And if you think this video would help any other people, I don't care if they're not starting an online retail business. It doesn't matter what business they're starting. If you think this video will help other people, share the video. Like it, comment, any questions you have below, just put them below. And I hope this video helped. Don't forget to sign up for the free course, subscribe, put the bell on. I'm going to be coming out with a lot of content. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. What is up, online retailers? So short clip here. I'm going to be running giveaways, and what I chose to do was on every single video, I want you guys to comment below and guess which professional athlete's jersey I am wearing in that video. Now remember, only one player per comment. Now, why am I doing this? Because for those of you who know my story, I started way back in the day. I used to flip NFL, NBA, MLB jerseys that my friend's dad was getting from China, sell them in school, and then I used to sell them on eBay as well with my friend, and made a lot of money off that, a lot of profits. So the reason why I'm doing that is because it kind of matches up with my story. So I wanted to give back, run some giveaways, whether it's giving you a free supplier, free coaching, free course access, whatever it may be. I'm going to be running giveaways, and for the person who guesses the most amount of players, most amount of videos, we will be giving you a prize in return. So again, whatever video you're watching, comment below, guess which professional athlete's jersey I am wearing, and I have tons of jerseys, so make sure to guess them, and hopefully you're in this giveaway. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Hi, I'm Haley. I'm 22, and at the age of 22, I run 3 businesses, of which I'm going to tell you today how I do all of this and how you can do it too. What are the 3 businesses that I run today? The first one is this, like the channel that we talk on every single week. And the funny part is that when I started this channel, tab mujhe pata bhi nahi tha ki this is going to become a business and my main source of earning, but here we are. The second business that I run is all about yoga. It's called yoga.com, and that also started around, I think, the same date as my channel, and that is predominantly my mother's, but I handle a lot of the management part of it and the creative side. And the third business is my own brand. It's called The Classic, and at the moment we have clothing, but very soon we're expanding to stationery, like soon, matlab in this month itself. That one I started this year itself on my birthday, which is 26 June. So I'm going to take you through a whole journey of how ye sab kaise hua and how I'm managing it today, and how you can start your own businesses as well. When I started my YouTube channel, tabhi actually मैं CA कर रही थी, Chartered Accountancy as my main goal, my main degree. But over the time, I started enjoying this way too much. However, I did not make it my main career until I was earning well enough from YouTube. So जैसे मैंने CA छोड़ा, I took up another degree which I thought I'll enjoy more than CA, which was MBA. But by the time MBA का entrance exam clear हो चुका था, I was making enough money from YouTube. Probably the amount of money I would have made after doing MBA, I was already making it by the time I started MBA. That was the time when I finally took YouTube as my main career. The first way that you will start earning by YouTube channel in most cases is the AdSense revenue. AdSense होता क्या है? जैसे आप तारक मेहता कोई शो देखते हो तो उसके बीच में जो एड्स आता है ना, वैसे ही अपने YouTube वीडियोस के बीच में जो एड्स होते हैं उससे आप पैसे कमा सकते हो. ब्रांड स्टार्टेड ऑफरिंग मी स्टफ फॉर फ्री कि हे ये ले लो वो ले लो, सिर्फ इसके ऊपर वीडियो बना देना. नाम लाइक दैट्स ग्रेट बिकॉज आई यूज्ड टू लाइक शॉपिंग सिंस I started my channel when I was 17. Do not do barter deals just like that. Do it only if that brand is going to add value to your channel. It will help you pitching to other brands okay, hey, I deserve to be paid because I worked with big brands. But what happens on the back end, like how to create videos? So you have to shoot. Even today I'm shooting by myself, just have a tripod, and I prefer it that way because I am able to be most myself जब मैं रूम में अकेले हूँ. एक tripod लेना होता है. I'll list everything that I have in the description box, but if you want I can make a video on my equipment अलग से. Editing part and every other part like emails and all of that takes up the most amount of time in my case. शुरू में इतने emails नहीं आते, but once you hit like 10,000 subscribers, 50,000, 1 lakh, the more subscribers, the more emails you will get every day. It becomes very important to reply to every email, otherwise you're going to be losing on potential good opportunities. Editing videos personally to me takes the most amount of time क्योंकि shooting में मैं script work ज़्यादा करती नहीं, जो मन में आता है बोल देती. Even for this I've not made a script. Editing में मेरे को फिर बहुत जान लगती है. My eyes go through a lot while I've been spending more time on screens. The one part I take care a lot of is my eyes. And talking about good brand collabs, Kanye sent me like so many sheet masks and eye mask. I had like a bunch of variety to choose from, and the most popular one was this new eye mask, which is why I thought of trying it. For the inside part of my eyes, what I do is I take a small vatki मतलब क्या होता है, a small I fill it with cold water and I dip my eyeball in it. This is for the inside of the eyes because वो भी काफी गर्म होता है. So I dip my eyeball in it and then I look in all directions and that cools it down. And coming for the eye area, like the skin area, which is also very sensitive, it turns dark like this if you're under stress or if you've not slept well. So for that I use these sheet masks. Even on the pack they claim that they cool the eye up to 4 degrees. Instantly hydrate the eye. I really like the coconut water variant because in general I'm like a big coconut water fan, and all I have to do is just apply the mask, chill for 15 minutes. I actually feel like a superhero. Actually most of the times I don't chill. I'm still editing or doing something because मेरे को relax करने को नहीं आता इतना अच्छे से, which I still need to learn, otherwise I burn myself out. Then बस after 15 minutes remove the mask and gently massage the serum around the eye area and it's all in. In the long run it reduces puffiness. It also makes the skin firmer and smoother because it reduces fine lines as well. So I highly recommend the mask if you have like a lot of screen time as well. I will link it in the description box down below. Coming to yoga, so my mom, she enjoys yoga a lot since more than 10-12 years. Even with her it was not a splurge के पहले दिन पे center वेंटर खोल लिया. No, we were very stepwise with it. She ran it at our home only to a place where हमारा घर भी छोटा पड़ने लग गया था. फिर वो पैसे बचाए और उन्हीं पैसों से भाड़ा भरा. तो हमने सेंटर भी खरीदा नहीं because buying a commercial property is very expensive. छोटी जगह होती है लेकिन बहुत महंगी होती है क्योंकि वो कमर्शियल होती है. If you go to buy a house ना, वो 2 BHK वो प्राइस में आएगा जितना एक छोटा कमर्शियल कमरा आता है. सो वी डिसाइडेड नॉट टू बाय इट इन द फर्स्ट गो. पहले थोड़े साल भाड़े पे चलाते हैं, देखते हैं इफ इट्स वर्किंग रियली वेल एंड देन वील बाय दैट. ऑल्सो एक्सपैंडेड टू हैविंग अ लॉट ऑफ एम्प्लॉइज बिकॉज लिटरली सेंटर 12 से ज़्यादा घंटे तक चालू रहता था, सुबह 6 से रात के 9 बजे तक. एंड I don't think it's fair for mom to teach yoga throughout the time. Everyone needs a break. So we kept multiple employees as well. तो धीरे करके grow किया हमने center. And then given the lockdown, we had to move online, which worked really well. So this is one thing when it comes to your business. Be open to adaptation. Ended up saving on so much rent that it allowed us to expand more and more online. Like we have mom's channel. You can subscribe to it down below. She works really hard for these sessions that she provides, so you can subscribe to her program as well. Coming to my third business, which is running my own brand. I had this dream of starting my clothing brand since long, and my very good friend Kumar had the same for men. So we both came together and we started the company together. A new thing that I learned while starting a business with someone in partnership that your responsibilities have to be defined very very well from the beginning कि आप कितना संभालोगे और आपके पार्टनर कितना संभालेंगे. Of course ऐसा एटीट्यूड नहीं होना चाहिए कि ये मेरा डिपार्टमेंट नहीं है, मैं नहीं करूँगी ये एंड तेरा डिपार्टमेंट तू कर, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए. Of course you have to be there for each other because it's your both का business ना. बट एट द सेम टाइम अगर आपको पता है कि आपकी एक्सपर्टीज कहाँ लाई करती है, स्टिक टू इट एंड ग्रो एंड लर्न टू हैव फेथ इन द अदर पर्सन कि वो भी अपना काम करेंगे. सो मच हैज हैपेंड यू नो व्हाइल स्टार्टिंग द क्लासिक. एक तो लॉकडाउन, तो उसमें रिस्ट्रिक्शंस तो थे ऑफ ट्रैवलिंग एंड प्रोक्योरिंग मटीरियल्स, प्रोक्योरिंग सैम्पल्स फ्रॉम पीपल. But despite that, we managed to take so many samples. We wore the heck out of it. We washed it. I was trying so many different samples and fabrics and everything. We washed some with different detergents and we dried some in the sunlight to see how much color fading can happen. So a lot of detailed process goes into it, and that was just the fabric part of it. While learning from where to manufacture, we learned so much about how basically brands achieve a very very cheap price point. And in most cases we figured that out by exploiting the workforce. So that was a decision that we both instantly made, that bro, for Classic we cannot have a single person on our team who gets underpaid than what the fair wage is. So that was our ethic. You have to decide from the very first go. Even for yoga.com we had that like strive. There's a lot of process involved in starting a company, like the registration, getting the trademark, copyright and everything. Then coming to where to host it, you can have a physical store open, but of course in the time like currently it is not very feasible. So then there's other options कि you can have a Instagram store or you can open a website. So that has to be your decision depending on whom you want to sell. Identify कि आपका target audience क्या है, and this that I'm sharing, the target audience term, is most important across all the 3 businesses. Like when I make YouTube videos, I don't think a lot about target audience because this is like a channel to be myself. Like I'll just make videos about what I feel like. But when it comes to brands, I see कि oh, if it's a skincare brand, I'll tell them कि मेरा इतना percentage female audience है, female audience का ये age है, ये YouTube के स्टूडियो में दिखता है. तो if you think this fits your brand, तो ही we should be working. I have turned down so many brand deals by telling them that hey, आपका product बहुत अच्छा है, बट मेरे चैनल पे आपका टारगेट ऑडियंस नहीं है मेरे अकॉर्डिंगली. मेरे साथ काम करके आई डोंट थिंक आपको इतना अच्छा रिजल्ट मिलेगा जितना आपको ये यूट्यूबर के साथ काम करके मिल सकता है. तो आई डोंट शाई अवे फ्रॉम रिकमेंडिंग अदर यूट्यूबर नेम्स इफ आई थिंक दैट दे फिट द ब्रांड बेटर. Even for yoga.com services that we offered, we could have offered more premium services like aerial yoga, ये yoga, वो yoga, but we knew that the area that the other center was पहले, the crowd did not really want the fancy stuff. They wanted simple basic yoga at affordable prices. But जब भी आप aerial yoga ये सब करते हो तो खर्चा बढ़ता है because you have to get the equipment. Trainees are more expensive because कम trainers को ये सब आता है तो उनका फीस भी ज़्यादा होता है, तो naturally आपको आपके कस्टमर से भी ज़्यादा पैसा लेना पड़ेगा. तो it is so important to identify कि आपके कस्टमर को एग्जैक्टली क्या चाहिए. नाउ दैट आई मेक वीडियोज फ्रॉम अ बिजनेस वुमन पर्सपेक्टिव एंड नॉट फ्रॉम अ कंज्यूमर पर्सपेक्टिव, एंड दैट आई थिंक वॉज लाइक अ बिग hole, a big missing thing on my channel that I've never communicated properly, that I do run all this behind the scenes. A big thank you to Garnier for partnering up with us for this video, and if you enjoyed watching this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and if you did not enjoy watching this, give the video a thumbs down with us because I wanted to give your honest opinion. I will see you in a brand new video very very soon. Until then, goodbye.
Hey guys, my name's Jade. I'm an 18-year-old entrepreneur and I run a few businesses. So the reason why I wanted to make this video is the other day I found an image of me having my lemonade stand at 9 years old making my coin. I feel like I was obsessed at a young age to make money, not because I was a greedy bastard and what the heck, when you're 9 years old, what the heck do you know? It was because I love creating a product and seeing people's reactions from it. I was obsessed, okay? I literally quit high school 2 years ago to pursue my online business. As you can see from this like mediocre mediocre background. I don't have a ton of money, but I was able to make a full-time living off of my online business. And today I'm gonna show you guys how I support myself and make my money. Let's get started. Quick disclaimer, I'm very well aware that this video could come off a little bit braggy. I don't want to sound like that at all. Like, I've come from very humble grounds. Like, I was not able to afford my violin lessons. I wasn't able to afford doctor appointments. Like, I know how hard it is to just make it by. What I do want to show you guys in this video is how it's so possible to take your passion and make a living. So I hope this video gives you that light and shows you that things are possible. So with that being said, let's talk about moneymaker number 1. Other than the lemonade stand, which I don't really count as a business just yet, my first way of making money was selling through Etsy. I use Etsy in a combination with eBay, but what I would do is sell vintage dolls for 20% more than I bought it. Actually, I think I have it right now. Let me see if I can find it. Literally, do not judge. I know so many of you guys are gonna judge me for this and think I'm a freak for collecting antique dolls, but this is her. So it was like 2010, okay? And these dolls were hot. If you guys remember pull-up dolls, please comment below because you will be my best friend. But these pull-up dolls are retail like $100 each, but I would sell them for $200 or $300 more because they are always sold out. So that is how I made my money when I was 10 years old. I was able to make, I believe, like $300 a month by selling a doll. It was pretty good for an elementary school student, and I was really happy with this business because it came from a passion of loving dolls, and if I could share another doll with someone else, I was just super ecstatic to do so. So the pros of selling dolls or products online is that it's super fun. I found that like I was able to educate customers because I love the product so much. Like, I could tell you what's the weight of this leg, what's the material of the hair. Like, I loved dolls so much that I was obsessed with talking about it. And that actually made me such a good marketer because organically I was able to create a YouTube channel surrounded by dolls so I could sell and market these products. Keep in mind, this is 2010 YouTube, okay? So I wasn't so cool with the editing yet, but this is an example of some of the videos I made to sell my dolls.
Hey guys, I'll be selling my pull-up wigs that I have for sale, and I might be selling this. I'm not very sure, but I bought it for $26, but it's sold out and it's in good condition. The second wig I have for sale is $10, no doubt about it.
The cons of selling products online is it's really not scalable. I'm very well aware that you don't need to scale everything, but I couldn't sustain this business because it required you to buy like all these products, ship it out yourself, and I just didn't have that time because I was a kid. So yeah, that is the cons, but I really genuinely enjoyed my career in this field. Literally guys, go to your closet, find antique toys that you have when you were a kid, pop it into eBay, and you can actually see what are people selling it for and how much lower can you sell it for. And it's really easy to turn a profit just based on products you have at home. All right, 2. Drop shipping. So when I was 10 years old, I basically was like, fuck this shit. I want to sell other products than dolls. And I turned to Alibaba. So during this time of YouTube, it was like the kawaii age where basically all animal products were given personalities. So there was this like bear called Rilakkuma. It was a famous freaking bear. And I would buy these keychains of this bear's face and sell it on Amazon. And I was able to make $5,000 a month based on that product. The pros of drop shipping in 2011 and 2012 was there's literally no competition. Now the cons is it's just now really competitive, and I would say it's pretty cost intensive, at least the way I did it. I fulfilled it out of my own home. You have to keep in mind that someone has to do those physical labor work. I'm not sure how it is right now just because I don't do that anymore, but that is just something to keep in mind. All right guys, so number 3 of how I used to make money was freelancing. You guys, if you are a student or you're someone who is a teenager and you want to make money, this is my best advice to get started. You don't need to be a serial entrepreneur. You don't need to create a lemonade stand. All you needed to do is have a single skill and make it worth for someone else. And all I did was provide photography services. My school started to know me as the Instagram girl. So I was like, okay guys, if you want photos, it's gonna cost you 20 bucks a session. So I went on these photo shoots. I had this very cringy like portfolio account where I would show my clients, and I would go on these $20 shoots. Honestly, it was super fun. Like, I just organically grew my little photography business, started to do senior portraits. Oh, and by the way, pro tip guys, suburban moms with a little bit of cash flow are your best clients, okay? If you're doing photography for senior photos especially, those moms gotcha. I would actually recommend to literally go to Zillow and type in like high income houses above like $500,000 or $1 million and literally go to those house areas and like hang up flyers or Facebook ads to hyper target them on those houses because they have more money to spend on your services. Like, I was able to charge $150 for senior photos, and that was bank at my time. So going to find the best customer that can actually afford your services if you do that. So that's a pro tip. Now, if you're like, Jade, I don't have a skill in photography, how do I freelance? I would actually recommend Fiverr.com. This is not sponsored. I just know they have other virtual assistant type of tasks, whether you can do email replying for someone else or company, you can do like some bitch work. Essentially, there's tons of offers on Fiverr that you can just pick up by setting up an account. And I haven't personally done it, but I definitely know there's way more skills than taking photos that you can do. So with freelancing, I was able to make $1,000 in the summer, and that was bank for me. I was just rolling in dough. So highly recommend freelancing. All right, so now for the controversial lesson of the day. A lot of people say know your worth when it comes to freelancing. Now, I have a contradiction to that. I also think it's just as important when getting started to do free work. I remember that I couldn't charge people $20 for a photo shoot, so I just took photos of my friends to build up my portfolio for a whole year instead. And I think there's not a lot of people talking about that, at least in what I've seen. So I just definitely think like, yes, charge your coin, sis, and get your money, but also don't be afraid to do free work. Like sometimes here and there for my businesses, I will sometimes lose money by taking projects, but I know it's gonna build up experience and build up my technique to get better. So that's just something to keep in mind. Don't be afraid of free work. All right, so the fourth way to make money is social media. When I was around 16 or 17, that was the time I actually dropped out of high school, and it was because YouTube was starting to pick up. I make money on YouTube in 3 ways. One is AdSense, so I get placed ads you see on this video. I got paid for affiliate links, and I also got paid for sponsorships. Honestly, for a 1 million viewed video, I get paid around $4,000 to $5,000 for that just whole campaign. So it was able to sustain me for like a few months, and that's why I felt a little bit more comfortable to drop out of high school at like 16 years old. So I was making a little bit of cash from those videos. I do have to say though, the pros of starting a YouTube channel is it's very profit friendly. Like you only have to invest in a camera, and my parents really did help me kind of get my feet off the ground and invest and help me get this camera. But the cons is it's not as sustainable as you think. I definitely have videos with 1 million views, but I also have videos with like 2,000 views. And that variance in views can also correlate to income. So I realized that like, obviously, yeah, I made a few $1,000 through YouTube videos, but I have to diversify and create a sustainable brand. So it will lead me to my other revenue streams in just a second, but that's just something to keep in mind of when starting a YouTube channel, you have to diversify as soon as possible. So with diversification, number 5, consulting. So as my channel surpassed like 100,000 subscribers, I started to get approached by brands to consult for their Instagram and YouTube strategy to grow their brand. And I got paid like $75 an hour, which is pretty cool. Like I was able to afford an apartment in LA, travel the world. It was pretty good. Like I made a decent living, but I definitely think it's a tricky situation when you trade time for money because you could be someone's bitch easily. So I really tried to at least, charge more throughout the years. So now I do around $500 an hour, give or take. I don't do too many hourly consulting sessions anymore because I prefer to do project-based stuff. I just find that trading money for time can easily become a job. Like I didn't start a business to get employed by someone. I started a business to create my vision. So it's really important if you guys do consulting, like just to be very mindful of that because yes, it's very profitable, but you can easily be someone else's bitch if you don't know what you're doing and you're just not charging enough for it. Because I've lost more money sometimes by consulting because it took me a flight to get there, come back, book a hotel. Like I've definitely lost money. So just to be mindful of that profit and cost. Guys, if you're so far enjoying this video, make sure to give this video a like to let me know that you're enjoying it and subscribe to the channel for more videos about entrepreneurship. All right, number 6. Now I currently make money through software and my own products. So basically after consulting, like I said, I just became very, very tired of just trading money for time. And I realized like my dream has always to build a product. Like since the lemonade stand days, I was just obsessed with creating an experience and I just didn't do it anymore. I just felt like I was selling it. Yeah, sorry, I'm being dramatic. I was just super grateful for those opportunities, of course. Like I'm not saying I'm not grateful for those consulting sessions. What I am saying though is I knew that it was time to start something new. So a year ago with my co-founder, I started a text message software called PBJ app, and this has been an amazing journey. PBJ is a text message platform for brands to use to grow their business, and for every customer we get, it's around $1,500. And the pro of software is that it's very scalable. Like adding one user doesn't cost us too much money. However, the biggest cons of doing software is it's very capital intensive at the start. Like we probably put in over $100,000 into our platform so far, and we still have another $500,000 to go to finish our platform. Like, it is not cheap, and I literally pour every like drip of money I have into this project because I really believe in it. But yeah, that's just one of the cons of building your product, but I love it. I really love our platform, and if you guys want to know more information about my text message platform, I'll just put information in the description box and you guys can check it out. Around the same time I started PBJ, I also started Eat Like, which is a food box. I'm not going to go too much in detail about this project, but I started a food subscription box company. Don't ask why, I just pull myself into very interesting opportunities that don't really make sense all the time. But yeah, each box is $30, so we don't make a ton of profit, honestly, on the boxes. We actually lose more money. But yeah, that is another revenue stream that I'm currently working on and really trying hard to build and hopefully become profitable. I actually have a whole video about how apps don't make money. I will link it up here in the cards or in the description box if you guys want to know why most companies aren't profitable. All right, guys, so to break it down, you saw 6 ways of how I make money, and now I'm going to show you guys where I make my money mostly. So 30% of my revenue, I would say, is from PBJ app. It's customers that pay us to use our text message platform. Then the other 30% is consulting. I consult for Shopify brands to grow the business for e-commerce. My father and I have kind of worked on that together. Another 30% I do make from YouTube, whether it's ads, sponsorships. I definitely think that YouTube has brought me so many opportunities with that. And lastly, I have this like little sliver percentage of just random gigs that I do. Like, I do have Eat Like, I have a couple other side hustles. I like have an obsession with running businesses, as you can tell. Like, if there's a lemonade stand opportunity, I'm jumping on it. So yeah, I definitely spread myself a little thin sometimes, but my main focus has always been PBJ, consulting, and YouTube. So those are the ways I currently make money. Hey guys, so I just want to say thank you so much for watching today's video. If you guys want to know more about entrepreneurship and how I spend my money, give this video a thumbs up and shout out to the comment winner. Shout out to the comment winner. Comment on this post to be featured in the next episode. Comment if you have any questions about business, finance. I'm not an expert. I actually don't have savings. If you guys want to know a whole video about why I don't have savings, let me know and I can talk about how I spend my money. I would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.